And reach it back on your back and pat yourself because you met our silent reading goal for the day. And Soleil, that's my new stuffed animal. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, what I want you guys to do is I'm going to give you 10 seconds. And in the following 10 seconds, what I need you to do, you're going to listen to all the instructions, Larissa, before you move. You're going to stand up and push in your chair as number 1. You are going to go peek your head into the hallway to look at the display of the signs that we made from religion class last week. And then you are going to come sit in a circle, not next to your best friend, on the rug, ready to rock and roll. Nod your head if that makes sense. All right, I need to elect one person to make sure that they are going to get the door closed so we don't distract the other classes. Nikki, you did so good today. I would like you to be our door closer extraordinaire. Larissa, what's the first thing you're going to do?
I listened, but I forgot.
Oh, that's not good. What's the first thing you are supposed to do, Fiorella?
Stand up and push your chair.
Stand up and push your chairs. What's the second thing you are supposed to do? Let me get a gentleman. Ben.
Peek your head out of the door.
Yep.
Look at the description.
And then what's the third thing you're supposed to do, Natalia?
Come back in and sit in a circle. Not next to you.
Ooh, good, good. And how many seconds do you have to do this, Kieran?
10. Ready.
Say it with conviction.
Not Kieran.
I know, Kieran, sorry. 10 seconds right here. Sorry, Martine. 10 seconds. Yes, Emma.
Can you bring us to 0?
Leave your stuffed animals where they are because I don't want them to... You guys, it's okay. Ready? I did not say go! Give me your seat, Fiorella.
Let's not finish your little older turn. Whenever you say
Larissa. No, Risha, in your seats. Go! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Nice, Natalia. 5, 4, 3. Uh-oh. Nikki. 2. Make room for Ben.
Tomorrow.
Run. You were supposed to close the door. That's right. You're fine. Ladies and gentlemen. Sit up straight, and let me hear you disturb the 6th and 7th and 8th graders down the hall.
Oh, boy. Never mind. And
Who here can tell me what was the shape that you saw our signs get turned into out in the hallway?
An eye.
An eye, exactly. And that eye right there is the very middle part of our eye. It's the window into our soul with that beautiful saying that we're working on. Can anyone tell me, what does that saying by Gandhi mean? An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. What are we talking about? 2 people remember. What does that mean? Now 4, now 5. All right, so go ahead and share your thoughts with us.
If someone slaps you in the face, turn the other cheek.
Okay, that's from the Bible right there. Exactly. So what is it? What does that saying right there mean? An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind.
If somebody does something you don't do, that.
Yeah, because if somebody does something mean to you, like Emma's saying, and you return with hatred, you return by being mean back to them. What does that leave us in? What kind of world does that leave us in?
If someone hits you and you feel I get hit back, they're gonna feel the same way you did when you got it.
Exactly.
They're gonna think you're the mean.
Yeah, it doesn't lead to anything positive. It leads to all of us being blind or not having the tools, the eyes, the heart that God gave us to. So right up on the board, it might be a little bit hard to see because of the glare, but can you see where I have put up where it says love your enemies on the right-hand side?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to read this from Luke. You can see it says right here, Luke chapter 6, verse 20. It's going to be 28 through 30 right here. So we're going to start at this point right here, and we're going to say it really loud together as a class. 1, 2, 3.
Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who mistreat you. Whoever hits you on the cheek, offer him the other also. And whoever takes away your coat, do not withhold your shirt from him either. Give it to everyone who asks of you. And whoever takes away what is yours, do not demand it back.
Wonderful. So can anyone here, or shoot me some fuzz first, if you've heard, shoot me some fuzz if you've heard this saying before in church or by one of your teachers, okay? Now shoot some fuzz to the ceiling if you understand what this says and you can share your thoughts with the class. Awesome, we got some really, really good insightful people. Somebody share with me, what does this mean? What is Luke chapter 6, 27 and 28 talking about?
It's talking about, like, if kind of what Soleil said, if somebody does something to you, then like let them do it to you again and don't get mad at them.
Okay. Yes. God is definitely preaching to give to people even if they have mistreated you. Soleil? Are you paying attention?
Yeah.
Okay, then make sure you're just sitting normally. You're not distracting everyone with how you put your feet out. What else does this mean? Does anyone have another insight they want to share? Yes.
It basically means like someone does something to you and you do it back, you just decide about it.
Yeah. God isn't calling us to do the evil that is done to us by other people, to do that in return. What are we called to do instead? When people do evil to us, what are we supposed to give them back in return?
Prayer.
Prayer, yeah. There's a 4-letter word up here. Yeah, we're supposed to give them love back in return. So if somebody's like, hey, give me your coat, you're like, well, don't you want my shirt too? Wouldn't that be so interesting? I mean, not like that. You're not going to take your clothes off at school, you guys. But what it's saying is if somebody comes up and they're being bullies to you and they're being mean to you, you're like, oh, well, you must really be hungry if you're trying to take my lunch. Hey, how about I give you this little secret stash of hot Doritos or hot Cheetos that I have in my jacket? Do you think that that person would want to bully you anymore?
No.
They would be so taken back by the love that you've given them that it would start to change our world like that. And so on our eye outside, we have the main part of the eye drawn, but what beautiful thing are we missing from our eye outside?
Eyelashes.
I love that you heard a silent hit. Eyelashes are here. So what you can see, we are going to create our eyelashes today. Can anyone guess what I'm going to ask each of you to write on your eyelash that we might have just covered, that goes along biblically with what we're preaching and talking about with Gandhi, and is also written up on the board? Yes?
Love your enemies.
Okay, love your enemies. It's going to be a little bit more than that.
What does an eye for 90?
Okay, that's really, really good. We're going to get to that later today in religion. Go back to what she said. Love your enemies. Ben, can you go like this on my computer screen, please, so it'll pop back up? Thank you. Love your enemies. Emma, what do you think we should do?
Copy down the Bible verses?
Yeah, I want you guys to copy down Luke chapter 6, 28 and 29. You don't need to do verse 30 at the very end, but chapter 6, 28 and 29 right up here. So you can start off by saying love your enemies and then go from bless those all the way down until you get to where you see, Larissa, can you point to the 30 on the board? Yeah, you're going to stop right there. Nod your heads if you understand what you guys are going to be copying now. And I want you to be able to move to a spot on the rug where you can see the board clearly. You don't have to stay in a circle here. So I'm going to give you guys, hold on before you move. I love that you're excited, but really quick. How many minutes do you guys think you need to write this down?
10.
15. I was going to say 4. All right, let's settle with 6 minutes. In 6 minutes, it would be, 6 minutes at the 6. That's perfect. In 6 minutes at the 6, I hope to see that you have love your enemies, and then Luke 6:28 through 29, and you copy down the verse from the board, okay? You can use the markers here.
We write down the love your enemies.
Yep, love your enemies, and then the verse down to 30. Ben, what's your question?
So, Luke 28 and 29, that's it.
Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm going to just take them. Once you get your markers, you can come grab an eyelash right here. Yeah, you can write it, because we're going to put the eyelashes like this above the big eye. So you can write it anywhere you want on the eyelash.
I want to write it.
You can write it sideways, you can write it vertical, it doesn't
Can we
matter.
sit at the desk if we want?
Yeah, you can sit at your desk if you want. As long as you're copying the Bible verse, that's what you focus on.
Hey,
See that? Yep. Do you have one? You, Martine.
So, we write love your enemies and then we put 28 and 29 up.
Right here to right here. Yes.
That's big.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Please don't leave.
My berry
Don't believe my bear. What did you say?
Love your enemies.
I said I love you.
What?
I thought you said I love you. That's so wrong. No, it doesn't. Can you do your work, Ben? God. He's like, what are you doing? So weird. He doesn't even have to. Buddy, do you want us to hear?
Yeah.
Do you want us to hear? Because I can make you. I can make him sit on me.
Okay, that's good.
For our eye side.
Do we write love your enemies?
It all needs to be on the same side then, because you're going to take it to in either side, it doesn't make a difference, but everything should be on the same, on the one side you choose to write on.
What are we doing?
So we are going to use our Bible verses that I talked about from Luke 6:28. That's what I want you to do is you're going to be copying down that Bible verse. That's from right here.